Hi guys, this is Gracious and you're welcome back to my channel. If you are new and you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and click the subscription icon and feel at home because this is home, a place where every aspect of your life matters. And so today I will be talking about learning from setbacks or failure. So I've lost a job before, I've failed an exam before, I've had a failed relationship before, many of them, and I've lost a business deal before. And that was, at that particular juncture, that was the worst experience that I could ever have encountered. But I thank God that I'm here today, and if I knew then what I know now, I think I would have responded better. So today I'm not here to talk about what we feel when we experience setback or failure, but I want us to talk about what we learn from setbacks and failure. At one point of our lives, we all experience failure, we all experience setbacks. As long as you're a human being and you're living on this earth, you will have such trying times. And regardless of if you are a Christian or a non-believer, those times will be there as long as you're a human being. And I have experienced some of those, many of them, and I'm sure you also have a testimony of how God saved you and how you responded to your setbacks until you experienced victory. And if you look in the Bible, you will see so many accounts, so many stories of people who went through failures and setbacks and how they responded to them. And what I learned from these stories, some of these stories that I read in the Bible, is that what matters is how we respond to the setbacks, to the failures, and the aftermath of our response. So I want to talk about a story that is it really touches my heart and at the same time gives me courage, to go through the trials of life, to go through the failures of life, to go through the setbacks of life. And that is the story of Job. So in the book of Job 1 verse 1, it talks about this man Job, who lived in the land of Uz, and it says he was perfect, he was upright, he was a God lover, and he really feared God. And we see as we go on of the account of how the enemy went to God to ask for permission to test Job because of how much he loved God. He said, if I would do this to him, probably he would not love you the same way. He would not fear you the same way. He would not trust you the same way. And God gave him the permission except to take his life. And the enemy went to afflict Job with sores. And Job lost everything in his life. He lost his possessions, he lost his property, he lost his children, he lost his animals. That was the worst of tests that you would ever experience as a Christian. And I think Job was a role model in his community. Most people probably looked up to him. He's well-to-do, he has all the wealth, he has a good family, and he loves God, he fears God. And what really amazes me is how Job responded to the temptations, to the trials, and to the setbacks that he had experienced. If you look at the account of Job, you will see that Job lost everything. He lost his possessions. He experienced setbacks and failure on every angle of his life, to an extent where his friends were mocking him, asking him, "Where is your God?" And imagine his only wife asking him to curse God because of the setbacks and the failures that he was experiencing at that moment. But what amazes me and something that I love about Job is how he responded. He responded with endurance. He responded with patience. He responded by crying out to God in prayer. So what lessons should we learn from setbacks and failures? For others, setbacks or failures mean that it wasn't meant for me, and for others it's a stepping stone to the next level. For others, setbacks means you have the potential, you can try again. So the first important lesson that we learn from setbacks is experience and knowledge. When you make a mistake, you get first-hand experience, which will help you develop a better understanding of where you didn't do it right, and in the future you apply the same knowledge in order to avoid going through the same setback or making the same mistake. So setbacks also help us to build perseverance. When you go through them, your first instinct will not be, oh, let me give up. It will be to persevere because you've been through it and you overcame it, or God saw you through it. And so you will trust Him the second time to say, okay, let me just persevere. I know God will bring me out of this. When you evolve in the face of adversity, it helps you to grow because you will know, okay, this setback that I'm going through right now is temporal, it's not permanent, and it will really help you to even come out of that setback faster. So failure and setbacks must also help you change your strategy. If the strategy that you used in the first time did not work for you to get your desired results, you will have to change it because you'll begin weighing to say, okay, I put this in place, but it did not work out. So maybe let me try this other strategy and see if it will give me the desired results. So through setbacks and failure, we also get an opportunity to learn from others and just get inspired by those who've gone ahead of us and have made it in a certain area of our interest. And if you get closer to them, you even be amazed that they've gone through way deeper setbacks and failures than you are going through, and they've made it, they've succeeded. So you just go there and get the inspiration. Setbacks and failure also help us to redefine and align our priorities and our values. You know that setbacks can either break you or build you, and when you realize that that setback that you experienced was not there to break you, you will begin to align certain things in your life. You align what is top priority and what is least priority in your life. It will also help you to put in place and reshape your values. So it's a constant work in progress where you move forward in life while leaving your setbacks behind. And at the end of the day, you will realize your potential. You will appreciate that you had tried, unlike regretting that you didn't try at all. So when you experience failure or setback, don't beat yourself saying, okay, because I didn't get the job, then I'm not smart enough, or because my relationship failed, then I'm not attractive enough. No, it's not about that. We all experience failure and setbacks. It is how you respond that matters. Setbacks are part of life. We all go through them. And I want you to look back in the past of how you overcame and stood firm in that setback, in that failure that you had experienced. And you are here today. God saw you through it. So what can stop you now from responding positively to this setback, to that failure that you're experiencing right now? I want you to remember that failure is better than regret. So you should thank God that you tried. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep pushing. Keep believing. That setback is not there to destroy you. That setback is not the end of you. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Like, comment, and share this video so that someone can also be blessed and learn how to respond positively to setbacks and failures of life.